One of the biggest myths that you hear about Korey Wise in relation to the Central Park 5 case is the myth that he was not in the park at all. And we're going to address that in a minute. But I also wanted to address someone who made a comment in one of my comment sections about Korey Wise and said that Korey Wise wasn't on the list. His name wasn't on the list in terms of people who were in the park that night. You know, because of the When They See Us Netflix series, a lot of people think that. So I came across this interview. This person told me that Korey Wise wasn't on the list and that there were two Koreys and that Korey Wise was not known as Polo. And I found this interesting interview. Let's take a look.
On the 21st of April, company Mr. Yusuf Salon, who I will call back in that time of no half stepping ages, baby came. And I was Polo at that time.
So he was obviously called Polo. So there's no denying that he was called Polo. There you have it right there from the man himself. His name was Polo. But perhaps that wasn't enough. So here's something else.
Did you see someone named Polo?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Is Polo a nickname for somebody?
Yes, his real name is Korey.
Did you know him before that night?
I know his name, but I don't know him like saying it's up. His own kids in his project trying to beat him up.
So you're not friends with him, but you know who he is?
Yeah, I ain't like saying friends. I see him, just look at him, just walk by. He's saying something to me, I just look at him, keep on walking. He's saying something to me, I don't say nothing back. I just keep on walking.
Now, isn't it interesting that this gentleman, Antonio Montalvo, wants to distance himself from Korey Wise? I think that's funny. I don't know why he wants to, but he doesn't seem to like him much. The fact of the matter is that Korey Wise was listed. There were 37 teenagers who were brought into the precinct. I think most of them talked and gave names. Some of them gave addresses to where you could find their friends. And you can see that in the interrogation videos where they bleep it out so you can't hear where they actually live. However, you do know that they're giving addresses.
When you say there were a bunch of us, who was there?
Me, myself, friend Terrence Campbell, friend named Jermaine, friend named Michael.
What's Michael's last name?
Briscoe.
Briscoe?
Friend named Jason, friend named Ramsey.
What's Ramsey's last name, do you know?
Smith. And his brother's name is Jomo.
Where do they live?
They live Lamont.
Lamont, is that Lamont McCall?
Yeah, him.
How about Kevin Richardson?
He came with the other group.
So they actually went as far as not just telling names, but telling locations of where you can find them. Here's where you can find them. Now, the police don't have knowledge of this. They couldn't have given these people their addresses. These guys gave it away. Now, if you watch the Netflix series When They See Us, you should know the answer to this question, but apparently a lot of people don't. Was Korey Wise in the park that night? Well, let's find out from the man himself.
Korey, do you remember how you ended up in the park that night?
Coming out of Kennedy Fried Chicken. After all these years, 20, 23 years, 24 years, it's still there. Mm-hmm. And had a lady friend with me. And as we was on our way out, about to head upstairs, where she resided, Yusuf came my way and asked me about hanging out with her. And that was it.
That was it. He was there.